Hey everybody, welcome back to Bottom Shelf Bar.
He's Paul.
He's Connor.
Paul, what are we drinking?
We're drinking Barton Gin. It was $7 at the liquor store, and I only picked it because I like the bottle. It's got some Art Deco stuff going on, and that makes me hopeful, which is a mistake.
It looks nice, but I think it will probably taste like nothing.
Yeah, more than likely.
Well, not nothing, but you know what I mean. So, without further ado,
let's have shots.
let's do it.
Cheers. Cheers. Wait, smell it. Oh, it actually smells like juniper a little bit.
I'm intrigued.
I wasn't expecting any.
Whoa. Holy smokes.
It's not great, but it is better than I was expecting.
We've talked a lot in the past in gin episodes about a mouthful of pine needles.
In a good way.
Sometimes in a good way. And I think this is the closest that we've come.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it actually has the most juniper flavor or if it just is because it feels the sharpest.
It's crisp. It's crisper. I will say something that I actually really appreciate that I think other really cheap gins get wrong is when we're talking about that mouthful of pine needles. It kind of doesn't really taste like juniper. It just tastes juniper adjacent. This actually tastes like juniper, which is really nice. And I use juniper in like home brewing and stuff, so I know more of like what the flavor profile really is on juniper, and this is much closer.
Very strange flex, but yeah, this is the most juniper-y flavor of the cheap gins that we've tried.
Not strong though. It's not a strong flavor.
Yeah, it's not particularly strong, but it's not bad. I don't think that was a bad shot.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed.
I'm a little bit shocked. So let's play a game, and then we'll see if our luck holds.
To flick them or pull them, or something? Is that a rule?
Pull out. You just gotta pull out.
Okay.
All right. So a couple episodes after making entirely too many nut jokes, we're now gonna make too many pull out jokes because the unstacking cups challenge is back, but we fixed it by making the note cards less flimsy by using 2 of them.
More structural integrity.
Yeah.
It's like we're the Romans.
Sure. 3, 2, 1, unstack. Well,
wait, so if it falls, is it checkpoint system?
yeah.
Alright.
I thought it would be easier.
I think it's a little bit harder, actually, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but
we'll see. That was one trial. Our sample size is
We'll see
too
how
small.
it goes, and we'll see how this goes in a gin and tonic.
No, a gin sonic.
We'll explain that in a minute. This is a gin sonic, and Paul's going to explain what makes it different from a gin and tonic.
So, a gin and tonic is, the way we do it, 1 part gin to 4 parts tonic water. This is 1 part gin to 2 parts tonic water to 2 parts soda water. So it's like a gin and tonic, but it's half not tonic.
Less tonic, which to me is an upgrade.
Yeah, we're not big fans of gin and tonics.
Let's see how it goes.
Oh my god, that's actually good. What the hell?
There's a little bit of a weirdness to it, but I don't hate it.
This is like if LaCroix was good, unironically, like a seltzer with a light flavor. I didn't like our gin and tonics before, but this is actually like good. Like there's just a touch of that juniper flavor. It's light. It's refreshing. I'm actually so here for this, and I'm thrown by that.
I'm not mad at this at all. This is much better than any gin and tonic we've ever had on the show, and I taste a little juniper. I taste a little bit of just ethanol.
I don't even get that, if I'm being honest.
Like the slightest hint of tonic water. It reminds me a little bit of Smirnoff vodka taste.
Now, I will say, unless you like a really, really light drink to sip on and stuff, this is not what I would go for if I wanted to make myself a drink. That being said, if I was going to pair it with like a ceviche or something where you want something really light, this would actually be really, like, unironically really good. This is like the best 2-ingredient I guess three ingredient. But this is the best, like, just liquor and bubbly I feel like we've had on the show.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. That was pretty dang solid, which is extremely weird.
Yeah, it is weird. That juniper flavor is just a nice compliment to it. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, this gin tastes suspiciously decent for being $7. I feel like I've been tricked.
It could just be like bad liquor with good like artificial flavor added. I don't really know how that works.
Who can say? We don't understand how it comes about. We just consume it.
That is correct.
So,
but anyways, after that surprisingly good
Gin Sonic,
we will be hopefully performing surprisingly well at our game.
Let's do it. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. I have a new beans.
Wait, so since I got the first one on top, do I just get to reset to the second one like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice!
I got it.
Alright, so we're doing a little 2-part spring special. This episode and the next episode will both have a honey cocktail in them because we love bees. This is a bee's knees. It's 2 parts gin to 1 part honey syrup, which is like simple syrup but equal parts honey and water, to 1 part lemon juice.
You're telling me a bee made this drink?
Yeah, we watched it in his kitchen.
It was pretty impressive.
Barry himself.
Oh no. Well, let's see how good of a mixologist he is. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all, jeez. That's actually, wow. I did try one of these earlier this week with, a much better gin, just to see how it was. And I gotta say, I am a fan of this cocktail. I can recommend this.
It's a really solid drink. This is a funny story. I was making a bee's knees at the same time as Paul. And he texted me, he was like, because he knew we were doing this drink for this episode. He was like, yo, I just made a bee's knees and it's great. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I just did the same thing and I was going to text you about it. But
great minds.
The bee's knees is great. This is
genuinely a really good cocktail.
This is a fine example of it. It's not as good as the one that I think we both used Beefeater.
We sure did.
As our
that's our go-to
our
gin.
preferred gin. But this is fine. Like, this is a decent bee's knees.
It's genuinely good. Like, actually good. Like, I'm not just saying I'm surprised that this $7 gin is drinkable. I'm saying I would be happy if I got this cocktail at a bar.
I think there's like this much room for improvement. But at this point, I'm just being a stickler. Because I kind of can't believe that this is drinkable.
Well, especially because last season we had the Burnett's gin, which was also very good. But honestly, there's a $2 difference. And from what I can remember, like, this might honestly even be better, which is crazy.
Yeah, this legitimately... I hate to admit it because the Burnett's is kind of my shining moment on this show. But I'm starting to feel like this might be better. Let's play a game.
Let's. All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Look at that.
Impressive.
Oh, triple carding is the way to go. I got that strong pull-out game. We knew it was going to happen.
It was bound to happen. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having a good pull-out game. Fellas.
Please use protection.
Always wear protection. And drink responsibly. Positive messages only, please. It's time for a drink that is going to be questionable.
A truly high-class cocktail, unironically.
Let's see if we can make a Negroni with $7 gin. Here we go.
This is a Negroni. It is a relatively high-class cocktail, or I consider it to be one anyway.
It's fancy.
It's 1 part gin to 1 part Campari to 1 part sweet vermouth, which Campari is like $40 for a bottle. So.
Yeah, this is not a real bottom shelf cocktail because if you have Campari, you should be buying more expensive gin. But
yeah.
We're going to do it anyway because Paul happens to have Campari, so.
That's correct.
Let's see how this very fancy drink makes us feel. That tastes very weird.
It's very bitter.
I'm trying to...
Extremely bitter.
I don't mind the bitterness. It tastes exactly like something, and I'm trying to place what.
I mind the bitterness a lot.
I deluded myself into being a fan of IPAs when I was a beer person, which I still kind of am, but so I had a lot of things that were more bitter than I might have liked.
When I was also very into beer for a while there, I tried to like IPAs because it was like the thing.
That's the cool thing to do.
I couldn't. It's just so bitter. And, you know, I drink all my coffee straight, but properly brewed coffee is not that bitter. So, you know, everyone's always surprised that I don't like super bitter drinks, but just make your coffee right.
I don't mind this. I've never had a Negroni before. This is probably our least, experienced review, but this is all right to me.
If I'm being honest, the gin in it is, I feel that this is actually a good gin for this. This, to me, seems like what a Negroni should be. I just don't like Negronis.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I appreciate this kind of in the same way I appreciate Rob Zombie's horror films, in that I don't like them, but I can appreciate that they're a specific artistic style that definitely is good for some people.
Yeah. I would say, if you are a fan of Negronis, and I have a feeling that there's not a lot of those in our audience, but in any case, if you do like the Negroni, I think this does make a fine Negroni.
Yeah, I want a little bit more of that botanical flavor, but it's definitely there. It's loud and proud. It offsets the Campari and the vermouth a little bit. I'm just not a big Negroni fan. But genuinely, I think that's a success for this gin.
Yeah.
I don't like Negronis, but this is what a Negroni kind of should be like. I would want a little bit more botanical flavor, but that's my only real complaint with this.
Yeah, it's a very close estimation of what a, high-class Negroni would be. So, I think with that, we're going to play a not-so-high-class game, and then we'll do the wrap-up.
One more time.
Here we go. Let's see if I can get a win. 3.
And I have two. We have the same setup. 2 NX cards. I didn't use the extra ones.
Correct. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. All right. Okay. Well,
I got the dub.
All right.
But I think the real winner of this episode is Paul. He brought the Barton gin, and it's
And I got 3 out of the 4 games, so.
He did get 3 out of the 4 games. So he's the winner in all regards for this episode. Not that this is a competition show.
Right.
But this gin is a dub.
Yeah. This is $7. In terms of ratings, I'm sitting at a 4.5 out of 5.
I am also sitting at a 4.5 out of 5.
We should have just made it a 10-point scale, but anyways.
That would have been more intelligent, but...
This is, okay. Beefeater is my go-to. It's Connor's go-to.
Mine as well.
It's what I make, in my... When I'm just drinking, obviously, outside of this, I use Beefeater for all my cocktails. If you swap this in place of Beefeater, I don't think I would be upset, honestly. It's good. There's a difference in quality that you can taste a little bit, especially in terms of the quality of the liquor itself. But I'm super surprised at this. It's got the juniper punch. The bad liquor taste isn't as present as it's been with a lot of other things we've tried, especially
Absolutely.
the vodkas and whiskeys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm overall super impressed at this $7 bottle of liquor, and I love the Art Deco style, which is why I got it. Genuinely, it's pretty good looking.
This gin, I noticed, is made by Sazerac, which is a company that I've actually heard of, and they have a decent reputation. And I think they did a really solid job making a $7 gin.
Yeah.
And I know we've said that it's $7 over and over again, but I'm blown away that that's what this costs.
I'm floored at the quality for $7.
Yeah.
Because Beefeater's $22, $23 for a fifth,
Yeah.
and I love Beefeater. But I'm genuinely considering switching over to this just to save the money. This is so good.
This blew me away. I'm super impressed.
Yeah.
So, okay, one last thing. This is the first $7 bottle that we've ever had that was even palatable.
Yeah, everything else that we've had that was at all good was at $9 or more.
Yeah, $7 is danger zone. $7 is poison zone.
Yeah.
And this is not poison at all. This is good. We agree on the 4.5 out of 5. Maybe we'll try this later and think that we were very stupid in this episode, but for right now, I think this is our recommendation for Bargain Gin.
No, this is definitely my recommendation for Bargain Gin.
I think it does speak volumes that we're comparing it to our preferred mid-range Beefeater.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, I think that's all we have to say, really. We're kind of going in circles at this point.
Yeah.
But we do like this gin. It's very solid and an absolute bargain. So,
And we recommend drinking Sonics instead of gin and tonics.
Yeah, gin and tonic, whack. Drink a Sonic.
So good. So good.
This has been Bottom Shelf Bar. I'm Connor, that's Paul. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
All right. That's a wrap. That was good. This gin is so good. Freshman year, I was really into whiskey, but then I realized I was kind of just fooling myself into wanting to drink whiskey.